Hello, welcome back. Today we're going to be building some crop fields. We got all the seeds last episode, plus I went back to the village, traded in even more of the wool and the leather and the string and stuff. I got all of the emeralds that I needed to get even more seeds. So we have a whole bunch of seeds to get us started with. So pretty exciting. We're going to make our first crop fields. No more multi-farms. We're going to be using the industrial foregoing farming things that are really cool. They look like a much better way of farming. I still want to use the multi-farm, but that'll probably come later because this episode, we're going to do some industrial foregoing farming. Now, before we get started, before we can actually put down the fields, we need to make room. So there's a big old pine forest behind me, like I said. We're going to chop that down and get started. So let's go. Now, if we actually look, industrial 4, a plant gatherer is the only thing we'll really need. So we'll need gold, redstone, machine case, some tools, and plastic. Because the gatherer will take the plants will grow. When they get fully grown, the gatherer will just siphon them off and let them grow again. What we can also do is use the plant fertilizers. We can actually put the fertilizer that we've got from the sewage to good use using this. And that'll fertilize the plants, have them grow quicker, I'm fairly sure. What's a plant interactor? When provided with power, it will right-click crops and fruits to harvest them and store them in its inventory, or drop them in the ground if they can't be stored. It works with Pam's fruits like plants by default. Sweet! So we have a way to do our saplings as well as our crops. That's all pretty exciting. So we're going to start chopping down trees like there's no tomorrow. Now the redstone on this new axe has beefed it up massively. Look how long it takes to chop down this entire tree. So quick I can see through the world for a split second. This is going to be the perfect place for some large crop fields. So I've also done a bit of decorating. You might have noticed I put some mossy cobble and some vines and some cobblestone arrayed bricks over here just as like a sewage pipe that comes out of the ground. I used moss because it kind of looks all dirty and green, just like I imagine sewage to look. But yeah, and that goes down here into the sewage house, where I've used some steel scaffold. Expensive, but fun enough. It looks good. And we got enough steel, loads of steel, so we're fine. And a sewage composter where we've now got 42 fertilizer. So we're getting there. With the dirt, with preparing the area for crops, I want to make sure that I don't make the area too flat. There's a reason why when you build stuff on creative worlds in Minecraft that are totally flat, they don't quite look as good as vanilla stuff. And the big reason is because it's all flat. It looks way too unnatural. So I want to keep some levels to this. But the first farm we're going to do is certainly going to be all on the same level. So the first crop fields are all going to go on this patch here that I'm setting out now. Now we're kind of capped by this beehive here, but we don't want to interrupt those guys. Uh-oh, bee. So this is about as far as we need to get at the same level. So if we fill in this small patch here, we should be G to G. Okay, superb. So we have an area for all of our crops, and we have the clipboard that's got all the crops we need. So let's count up how many plantable regular floor crops we're going to use. Chili peppers are 1, beans are 1, onions are 1, garlic, lime's a tree, spice leaf, tomato, lettuce, and rice. So that makes 8 different crops. Now I've only got 9 of each seed. So if I do a 6x6 farm, I think I can have 4 different crops in one big plot. So it's time to get some fences and just loosely map out this area. But you know what? We got so much cobblestone. I think I might try and make some wall. You know what? I think cobblestone wall's probably the best one for now. Wow, that's a lot of wall. We probably don't need this much. So we're going to map where the machines are going to go with spruce wood. And then we're going to fill in the rest of it with cobblestone wall. We're going to build 6x6 areas. We're going to have to get a range add-on that adds 6 to the range. So let's do it. If we start in the corner here, that sounds good. And then so it's 1, 2, 3. So this is a plot. And then 1, 2, 3. And then this is also a plot. That should be okay. So this is 6x6 little pen here. If we do multiple ones of those, we'll put down a plant harvester, interactor, grow up all the crops, and we'll see what kind of an area it can work with, because the range add-ons work kind of weirdly. you see here, where it says range 6 add-on with silver, what that means is if you have a regular machine and it only harvests 1 block in front of it, tier 6 means it multiplies that by 6 each way. So it goes 6 to the left, 6 to the right, and 6 back, in theory? Or is it that it makes it 6 wide, so it goes 2 one way and 2 the other? I think it goes 6 blocks each way. With this considered, perhaps it's worth going to the biggest add-ons that we can get. Like nether quartz is quite easy to gather. Diamonds we could definitely do. And that would give us a range of 9. Man, it's all numbers, isn't it? Minecraft is so numbersy, especially modded Minecraft. How about we take a look from above? We're going to take an aerial bird's eye view now and just see the area that we've cleared compared to the area we haven't, because I want to get a feel for how different the size of this forest is now that we've done a bit of deforestation. I don't want to take down too many of the trees, and I'm a bit worried that we've taken down too many. So let's see how much we've actually removed of the forest. Wow, so we didn't actually remove many trees at all. I thought we chopped down a lot more. I thought the forest got a lot smaller, but no, we've got a long way to go before we deplete this forest catastrophically. Now, actually, what we could do is we could double up. Do you want to double up the size of our pen? I say, yeah, let's go super size. Oh, we're getting stung now. These bees are not happy that we're up in their ass. It's because we're putting these cobblestone walls down, and that gets them super upset. They hate cobblestone as much as the next Minecrafter. So, the tools we're going to need now, we're definitely going to want a plant hydrator. Why? Because if we have to keep digging holes in here to put water near enough to the crops, that's going to A, cut down on how many crops we can put down, and B, look a bit ugly. But a hydrator sounds like a pretty cool idea. So we're going to get a plant gatherer is mission number 1. Now we need the hydrator, and the last piece of the puzzle is going to be the sower. So a plant sower. Ooh, a flower pot. We need a flower pot. We got any bricks? We must have bricks. 2 bricks. Got any clay? Ah, there's some clay. This is why we need a storage scanner. I was about to go looking for clay in the river. Ba-na-na-na. Okay, so we have a sower, a gatherer. We could make a fertilizer as well, because that would give us a use for that brown stuff. But we don't make enough brown stuff, so it might just go through it like crazy. We'll try these 3 machines first. So first things first, the gatherer. We're going to have to get stung a bit here. Ow. Ouchies. Now, I think I'll have to put the plant gatherer down from the other side. Yep. Oh! Ow, ow, ow. I keep getting stung. So that's going to gather up plants. Great. Oh, it'll mince them up in that mechanism. We're also going to want the hydrator. Now, hydration could be a bit of an issue. We're going to need water, surely, for the hydrator. So we might have to build a nice big water tank over here near to the river and suck up water from the river and distribute it around the farm. So here we go. This point is where we're going to put the next machine. When provided with power, it will increase the growth speed of the crops in the working area. I'm going to have to check the wiki, see how this works. Now this is where the mystery is solved. The plant gatherer will break crops when harvesting them, even when the plant may be harvested by right-clicking. Therefore, it's often used in conjunction with the plant sower to replant crops or saplings. Each operation, the machine will harvest a crop or break a portion of a tree. I see. So we don't want a plant breaker. We want a plant interactor. That's the one. That is the winner's choice. So I should have done my research. We'll chop this. It might be useful later on for a different kind of crop. But for now, we've got to head home, get ourselves the right machine for the job. Right, so we're back at the farm. The interactor is going to go in the middle. I'm not sure if this should be above the ground like this, or if it can be lower, embedded in the ground. But anyway, we have the interactor now. So let's just do another stealth run. We're going to get stung, but things I do for farming. Oh, ow. I'm going to break that hive because we should be able to find a forest hive pretty easily. Oh, you know what? No, I'm going to get a scoop. So you can actually get different tiers of scoops. What's the difference? Just, I guess, how long the... Whoa, the Scooperator MX200 Turbo. That sounds pretty freaking cool. But we're going to go budget here. and use a regular scoop. Oh, they don't like it. And we got from that a forest drone and a forest princess. Perfect. We can start with bees whenever we want now. We've got all the things we need. So here we go. Zip, 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 zip. So they're getting power? Yes. Not that quickly. But that should be fine for operations. Wait, hang on a sec. What's this? Tank. Fluid. Empty. What does a plant interactor need? Oh, here we go. Additionally, sludge will be collected. So these machines are going to generate a little bit of sludge. Of course, I see. This one won't. This one will. So there you go. This is set up to hydrate, and this is set up to interact with the plants. Now, this is the moment of truth. I want to till the land here and see if it gets untilled. So that is a little bit of an area around the interactor. We'll also do a bit of an area around the hydrator. And we'll see if any of these turn back to dirt. So these immediately have, which means, whoa, this will not keep the area, this also won't keep the area tilled. So we do need to put some water in this area as well to hydrate the plants. A makeshift infinite water source. Now let's dig a trench for these crops. Okay, another round of hoeing. Okay, land hoed. It's time to see if these seeds will actually get grown properly. So let's head back and get the seeds. Also, we're going to need to build the range add-on. We need a big one. I think we're going to need the diamond one, or better. I have some emeralds lying around. I didn't use all of them on the crops, did I? 13. So we have enough for 2 range add-ons, which is the amount of machines we got. Perfect. It's fate. 1, 2. Let's go plug them in. Boink. And boink. So here we go. First we'll do a section of beans along the back. 5, and then 5 the other side. Yeah, I have enough for that. It's annoying having to go around to avoid interrupting the plants. We'll get some half slabs on top here so that we don't have to worry about breaking our crops. So 5 beans, check. We'll do the chili peppers next. Now, aesthetically, this is not ideal. What I want to do is have a better plan to separate all my crop fields. But because we don't need very much of all of these smaller materials, like all of the odd in-between plants, I'm not too worried about that. So the rice seeds, can rice be grown on stuff like this? Yeah, looks like it can. Spice leaf, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Onion seeds, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Garlic over here. Excellent. And now should be lettuce. And we'll do 9 of that here. Oh, I dig it. I dig it indeed. Oh, this stuff is growing quick. So according to the wiki, the hydrator's zone of influence is its own block. So it's a 1 by 1 by 1. It only hydrates itself unless you give it a range add-on. But we've done that. And it does look to be making things grow a little bit quicker. One of the big things I want to work out is, will the plant interactor just get crops, or will it get me extra seeds as well? I'm fairly sure when you break a crop that's fully grown, you don't get more than 1 seed. You might, if you had a tool with luck or something that gave you extra drops. That'd be pretty cool, actually. That'd be a good way of duping seeds. Let's put that to the test, though. So, strawberries. We broke it. We got no strawberry seeds back. But we can put the strawberries in to make more seeds. Perfect. So that's the key. In fact, by that logic, we wasted a lot of emeralds. Luckily, emeralds are really easy to come by because of villagers, so it wasn't too bad. But we can fill up the rest of this field with the crops we need. Oh, man. So for beauty's sake, what I think we'll do, once this works, once I get enough of these seeds, I'm going to make this 4 crops in this field. This is just going to be 4 crops. We're going to put like lettuce, chilies, maybe even lettuce, chilies. And we'll repeat the process. We'll have another farm over here, maybe another one over there. And that'll give us the potential for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 different types of crops. But I want one that has just trees, some of the Pam's trees, because the plant interactor can also work with trees. In fact, because we gave it this range add-on, that increases the range by 11, which means it'll also look 11 blocks up, which is pretty cool. So we'll have an orchard, but I want the orchards to be separate. I want to have just 1 or 2 of each different type of tree. And we might raise that up as well. I want to take down those trees over there and put the orchards up on this hill, slightly raised. Then we can get conveyor belts to suck out all of the items that this thing creates. Like all the onions, I want them to fall out the back and then just go along a conveyor belt. Now, it's possible with industrial foregoing. So there are add-ons. Here we go. Item stack transfer add-on, push down, pull down. So we can put an add-on that automatically squeezes an item out of the machine. And that's going to be great because what that means is we can put a conveyor belt underneath it directly and have a conveyor line that goes along behind these walls. And that's going to be pretty cool. If we can have just like a conveyor belt line that goes around the back of the farms and all of the items that get pulled out of the farms go on the conveyor belt, and the conveyor belt takes them up to the top of the barn. And what we're going to do is at the top of the barn, we'll work out the best way to store all of these materials, and we'll put the items up there. So between this and next episode, I'm going to collect up all these seeds, make some more hydrators and plant interactors, and perhaps set up 2 more farms. Then perhaps next episode, we'll also go into the tree side of things. I want to put down a bit of an orchard and get that on the go. So that's something to look forward to. Yeah, so I'm eating my sleeping bag now. Now I'm eating my hammer. Let's eat something interesting. A sword. Nice. All right, well, thank you for watching. We've got crops down. Crops are sorted and solved. Oh, very important also. We want to get a barley farm going. Why? Because we want to use barley to make fertilizer for that thing behind me there. That ugly forestry monstrosity. We're going to use that to make lots of wheat so that we can give our sheep and cows a sustainable source of growth. Well, until next time, guys, thank you for watching. Feed the city. And I'll see you next time, because we might actually be able to make next time some chimichangas. So, till next time, guys, take care.